Hi Tribe. Today I'm going to show you how can we set up a waste management station, or you could call it a composting and recycling station at your home. I'm sitting near the one inside my home. As you know that I follow a minimal waste, zero waste lifestyle, and very little waste goes outside of my house. And I wanted to show you how do I manage the waste. Especially a lot of people, a lot of readers from our tribe have been asking me to show how I do that at home. So that's why. So here is my recycling station. So these are the three stackable containers I got from IKEA, and these two are of same size, and third one is larger size. One is for plastic. The larger size is plastic. It's even if I try to shop as much zero waste possible, there is a lot of plastic packaging. It is still unavoidable in UAE, so I have this bigger one for plastic. One is for paper and one is for metal and glass. I also share specialty kind of waste like batteries inside the paper container. So for example, I have some plastic waste and metal. So basically every time I want to recycle, I wash these containers. I don't want to have a lot of waste coming to my recycling station, so I wash it. Also, it's a good recycling practice because if there is some residual organic waste inside any recyclable, and we are dropping that recyclable along with contaminated organic waste or some other waste, different type of waste, that particular object doesn't get recycled. So basically always make sure that you are taking out all the organic waste from that particular recyclable. So give a quick rinse and wash, and then basically we have to recycle. So I'm segregating all my waste. So metal goes in the metal, plastic goes in the plastic one here, and generally in let's say once in 2 months or so, I recycle these. I compress. If it is plastic, I try to compress, and I store all my recyclables here, and then I have my once in 2 month trip to the recycling center. Also, I reuse a lot of material. For example, you can see here one cookie container I have used as a planter. So I try to minimize even recycling. Firstly, I try to buy things as much package free possible. Secondly, I segregate and store all my recyclable and drop it to the recycling station. You will find another video on Sustainability Tribe YouTube where you will find the recycling, more information about recycling centers here in Dubai. And then I try to reuse as much waste possible. Now coming to the next storage. So this is my compost gobble unit. I have written about this particular composting unit on Sustainability Tribe website. So go ahead, read the article. You'll find more information there. But I just wanted to show you a quick kind of a tutorial how I use it. So I have basically assigned this biryani pot earthenware to store all the waste, organic waste from my home. So every day when I cut the vegetables, when I cook the meal, I put all my organic waste inside this. Now you can see here. So coffee, some vegetables, and eggshells. So eggshells, basically I will crunch them, make it into small, and these sort of all the waste basically go into the first container of my bottle, the top one. I will drop this and I will cover it up at the end of the day. So I might drop it a few times during the day, let's say for the after the breakfast or lunch, and then I cook again in the night, because for the dinner I prefer to eat fresh food, cook the fresh meals every day for my family. And so once, twice, whatever times, once I drop all my organic waste in the composting container, then I will cover it up with the this remix powder I get with a bottle, or I prefer to cover it up with the coffee ground if I have enough. And these days I have enough coffee ground because we drink a lot of coffee during this lockdown. So the coffee ground, I will cover it up, or I have dry leaves from my garden. So whenever I clean up my balcony garden and I find these dry leaves, I will basically store it aside and I use it to cover it up, to balance out the wet waste and dry waste. Now once the container is full, it goes under it, and basically these are stackable containers again. There are 4 containers in total, and so once the container is full, I have to add the activator micro powder in that. So I sprinkle it, I mix it well, all my organic waste, and then once I mix it, I also add neem powder. So this is neem powder for pest control. And after that, once it is full, all the procedure is done, I move this first container, once it is filled, to the next one, and the empty container comes out on the top. Slowly all the 3 containers, basically the first container, it goes down and down because the new container comes up, and in the end I empty the first container in the base unit, where it sits 2-3 weeks. So overall, basically my waste will keep on composting, the organic waste keep on composting on its own. Once in a while, definitely I have to mix the compost, see if there is any paste. Now for pest control, apart from the neem powder, I do another thing. I have neem oil and I mix it with the organic soap and water, and I spray it all these stations, especially the composting unit. I spray it, and whenever I spray with this natural pest control all my garden, I spray my composting unit as well. And so that is for pest control. I do 2 things, neem powder and the neem oil spray. So for this organic waste first container, it goes down, and there is a bird in my balcony right now. So it goes to the base, it sits there for a while, and my compost is ready. If my compost is not ready, especially for example, if you see this is a mango seed, making my hands dirty. So once these sort of things don't compost as easily, avocado pit, and if it is a big thick twig from the garden, it takes a while. So I will just sieve my compost, the daily compost, and use it for my plants, and you'll find more information how I grow a lot of food in my container garden in the balcony. So check it out on the Sustainability Tribe website or our YouTube channel. But also, because of the compost, it's very easy for me to grow the vegetables, herbs, and edible plants, because the result I get thanks to the organic fertilizer I have at home are great. So I will show you now one gravy made. So in the end, when the compost is ready, see here, and by the way, it smells amazing. So it smells like soil, the fresh soil, you know, the smell of kind of soil after the rain, that sort of smell it has. So it's very rich organic fertilizer, natural fertilizer, and some, see, it's a thick twig, so I'll have to put it in the next cycle in another container. So once my compost is ready, I fertilize my organic garden, even my indoor plants I fertilize with it, and I have had amazing results till now. I also gift compost to my friends and neighbors, whoever basically have plants and are interested in composting or organic gardening. So this is how I keep waste almost minimal going to the landfill. So because I keep all my recyclables here, store them here, and then drop it to the recycling station, then most of my organic waste, almost all organic waste, I compost it here, and the ready-made compost is always useful. It is soil, it is not generating any more methane gas on the landfill, all my organic waste, because it is converted into soil through composter. So this way, very little waste goes to the garbage chute, and then from there to the landfill. And that's how basically I have this zero waste lifestyle or minimal waste lifestyle. There is still some waste which goes, which I cannot recycle or I cannot compost. There is a bit. I don't store it in a jar or anything like that. I don't do that at all. Doesn't make sense to me, because I basically store my recyclables and compost. So this is very easy. So I would suggest you also try to have some easy recycling and composting station inside your home or outside, like me, in the balcony or outside your home in the yard. It's kind of easier to have it outside. Space wise, it works with me. Also because of the composting, and I use it so much in my balcony garden, so I prefer to have it here. I would suggest try to have 3 to 4 recycling storage units. Not necessarily exactly like this. Even the simple one you want to use, go ahead to that. You can have bags, laundry bags, or any other options. The big plastic containers if you have left from some other packaging. So assign them, and like I mentioned, always wash it up, take out all the organic waste from your recyclables and store them, because that's the correct way of recycling, and also it will reduce your waste. Then for composting, this is the one I love, but you can go ahead and figure out, there are actually many simple composting procedure, as long as you have wet waste, dry waste, and some way of activation of your compost. Sometimes you can just use the old compost as an activator. So, and as long as you have a big plastic container with you. But with this, why I love, because most of my organic waste gets composted here. For our small family of 3, this is good enough to take care of all my organic waste. In different cycles it keep on going, and rather I produce a lot of excessive compost. So I would suggest set up a nice little recycling and composting unit like this. I have a very simple sign over there, a blackboard. It was some sign I had previously, and I didn't like that, and I just painted it with a chalkboard, black paint, and wrote with the chalk. uh, so I just wanted to have a little bit signboard there. So I hope you like it, like the video, and you like the tips I shared here. And please share your composting or recycling station photos with us. Tag Sustainability Tribe on your photos and share it with us. We would love to see your waste management stations at your home. And thank you for watching.